Yorana Fa'ahotato. Hello to all of us. I want to tell a story this afternoon. This is a story about Kautai's daughter. I don't know what her name was. Okay? In the time of Taufaahau, maybe about 1830 or so, there was this one chief in Tonga. Taufaahau was like this. At this time he was like this. He was like maybe like the king, or he was like close to being the king. About that time, there was this chief named Niukapu. And Niukapu was a fugitive. Taufaahau wanted to kill him. And what they could do in those days, if somebody was a fugitive, they could go to a whalehuwhanga, which is a sanctuary house. And the whalehuwhangas were dedicated to different Tongan gods. And because the house was dedicated to a god, it was sacred. And so if you were inside a whalehuwhanga, people couldn't go in there and just pull you out and kill you or whatever. And Niukapu, he went to these two whalehuwhangas. But these whalehuwhangas, they leaked. In other words, they weren't dedicated to gods that were sacred enough that Niukapu felt safe being in these houses. And what he needed to do is he needed to get to that whalehuwhanga of this one god named Taufaahau, because Taufaahau was like a very sacred god for the family of Taufaahau. In fact, there's part of Taufaahau's name. And but to get Taufaahau recognized that Niukapu was going to try to come to that house. And so Taufaahau, he sent these two guards just to kind of stand by the door and see if Niukapu showed up. And when Niukapu came to the house, he saw those two guards. So he knew that they were waiting for him. But what Niukapu did is he went and got some firewood, picked it up, like he's like a servant or something, gathering firewood. And he walked up boldly to the door. And these two guards, they thought, well, here's the servant carrying in the firewood, let him go. We're waiting for this Niukapu guy. So Niukapu got inside the house. And so he was safe. When Taufaahau found out that Niukapu was in this house, he wanted to get Niukapu out. And this house was this whalehuwhanga. It was like a temple, and it was run by this one priest. And the priest's name was Kautai. And Kautai served the god Taufaahau. And when Taufaahau found out that Niukapu was in the house, what he did is he took somebody and he cut off a finger. And he brought it as a sacrifice, I guess, to the god Taufaahau. Because he was trying to use that finger to buy the life of Niukapu. And because Niukapu had come to the god Taufaahau as a refuge, the priest Kautai wanted Niukapu to be safe. Okay, and so when the finger was brought to Kautai, the priest, what Kautai did is he cut off somebody else's finger and he sent it back to Taufaahau, kind of as a counter offering, saying, what we've got is just as good as yours. Well, Taufaahau really wanted Niukapu. So what Taufaahau did is he went and took somebody and he killed him. And he brought the body, had the body sent to the whalehuwhanga. And when the body came, Kautai the priest, he wept. Because he knew that he couldn't come up with something bigger than this. And they would have to let Niukapu, he would have to, send Niukapu away to be killed. But the daughter of Kautai, she came to her father and she says, Niukapu doesn't have to die. Take me, kill me. And that'll be the counter offering. And that's what they did. She was killed. Her body was sent to Taufaahau. And when Taufaahau saw who it was, the daughter of Kautai, Taufaahau quit. He gave up. There's nothing he could do because this was the very life of Kautai. So Niukapu now, he was a free man. Okay? And he said to Kautai, Niukapu, when he left the whalehuwhanga, he was a free man. He said to Kautai, he says, thank you for what you've given me. I have kolora. I have treasures, things like mats and Tongan crafts. Mats and tapa cloth and stuff like that. I have kolora. Tell me what you want and I'll give it to you. And Kautai said, I don't want your koloa, your treasures. Let me drink your kava. And that's what was given to Kautai. The descendants of Niukapu, they have the right, when they have a kava drinking ceremony in Tonga, the descendants of Niukapu, there's a certain point when the kava is passed to Niukapu, or rather to the people who represent him as his descendants. Because of this, because of what happened in Kautai's daughter, the descendants of Kautai have the right to come forward at that time and take the kava of Niukapu and drink it for themselves. Ko hope te reko. The story is done. Now there's a moral in this story. These descendants, first thing, I've met descendants of Kautai, men, and I've told them the story. And they didn't really know the story. And when they found out that they have the right to drink, to go into the kava drinking ceremony and claim the kava of Niukapu the chief, they are a little bit embarrassed. They picture themselves doing that because in their mind, they have the right to, but they would consider it to be gravely disrespectful. Okay? But they do have this right. This right has come down to them from a woman ancestor. It wasn't because of the bravery of Kautai. He played a good part in this story, but it was his daughter. She sacrificed herself for him. And so it's always important for men to understand that their mana, that their power, comes in part to them from female relatives and female ancestors. So they have to be respectful of their sisters, or their mothers, or grandmothers, or their great-great-great-great-grandfather's sister, because they've got mana from them, and they have to think of them. Wahope te ni parao.